I will.
Hi, Jacob. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Pam.
Oh, good. I'm sorry. It's been a hectic day.
That's all right. I've had issues with technology today, so it happens. I mean, I was doing one of these earlier, and it kicked me off, and I had to start again. I thought, oh no, but everything's been like going like so slow.
Yes, I agree. It's been, and we got a new student today, and then I got observed, and it's just been a heck of a day. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It does sound like a busy day. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Faces for Autism telethon. My next guest tonight is an autistic teacher from Atlantic County Special Services, Miss Pam Thomas. Thank you for coming on tonight to tell us your experiences with autism, because I know you've been not only at Special Services, but you've been were you at Hess?
yep, I was at Hess also.
And yeah, so just I'll start it off like this. Tell us some of your experiences with working with aut- autistic children.
Okay. Well, I've been teaching now for 18 years, and just in the past 5 years, I really took a love for teaching students with autism. Um, I had the chance to start teaching autism at Hess, and I was there for a year, and then I came over to Special Services, and I've been teaching it now for 4 years here, grades 3 to 5. So I have 8, 9, and 10-year-olds, and I just love it. I love that, the puzzle piece represents the autistic population, because they are just a puzzle. And once you figure them out, you can just build off of their, off of what they love to do. And then it's just amazing to watch them work and do things that they love. So I truly enjoy teaching the autistic population.
Yeah, yeah, and I understand what you mean. And for those of you that are watching tonight that don't know what Pam's talking about, there's a picture that represents the autism spectrum, and it's a picture of a puzzle piece, and that's supposed to on your on Pam's shirt that you can see on screen, and it's supposed to represent the autistic autism spectrum. Yeah, yeah. So this, I mean, I've talked to several other guests about this, and their feelings about autism are just so different. And you know this as better than anyone. Autism comes on so many different levels.
Yes, it does. Yes,
Yes.
it does. And I mean, the kids that I work with have a lot of behavioral problems as well. And so once you can get them under control, and then you can really just hone in on their strengths. And but it's so cool. I just love it. I love I wish I could just be a part of their brain and just watch and see, because you could just see the wheels turn as they're learning and what they love to do. So it's just so cool.
Right, yeah, because especially if they can't, some of them can, and some of them can't express themselves. You and just as you said, use the expression watching the wheels turn. I mean, they I know some kids on the spectrum. They creativity level is just, they're very artistic. They can play the piano. They can do whatever they set their mind to. But as the saying goes, you set your mind to anything, you can do anything at all. So
Absolutely.
yeah, and yeah. So I know you've been teaching and involved in the autism school community for quite some time, but are you active in like the autism community, like with Autism Speaks or any like?
No, actually, I I would really like to be. I did go and watch Temple Grandin speak, and that was amazing. I'm kind of new to the autism world, and but I always welcome any opportunity, to expand my knowledge in it, because I mean, I'm still learning, and I learn from these kids every single day. Um, and we're constantly, changing things up and just trying to figure out what works best every day. But I'm a lifelong learner, and so if there's anything, else that I can learn, I'm all for it. There is some groups on Facebook that I'm on, that deal with, just the autistic population, teaching kids with autism and stuff. So that's about the extent, though, that I have gotten, reached out to right now.
Right, and yeah, there's groups, there's so many resources now, and I was talking to another guest, and he said to me, look at it this way. He said back in the 80s and 90s, nobody knew what autism was. Look at it now. He said you have medical treatments, you have so many different things to vary off of. It's
Yeah.
just yeah. So I will ask you this, working in a school population, especially this year, how are they with the masks?
Good question. So I would say it depends on the student. Um, we're able to keep our masks on all day. Like I said, we have some behavioral students, so at times they'll try and, pull at our masks, and we just try and redirect. But as far as them keeping their masks on, we're just trying to build up their immunity, like to be able to keep them on longer. So like we have one student that he used to not even let us put it up near his face, and we've built him up all the way to about a 15-minute period at a time at one sitting that he can keep it on. We have another student that wears his all day long, and then we have another student that continues to rip. So it is interesting. I think a lot of it comes with how the parents also help with that at home, because most of them, this was their first time being introduced to a mask when they came to school. So I actually, I have this book that we read on a daily basis, and it's called Lucy's Mask. And that's my whole theme this year. And it's just about being a superhero, and everybody wears masks. And um, so with that, like we do that, and then we try and, like I said, build up the time that they have the masks on. But it's very difficult because most of them have sensory issues, and so for my students to keep on masks, it's very difficult for them.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I asked that is because yes, you look, and autism, as I said in the open, comes in so many different levels, and the sensory issues, that's a big deal. And like you said, the one has to have 15-minute intervals. And hey, do I blame the kid? No, because it's hard to wear. And I even wonder how you do it, wearing a mask, what, 8 hours, 8 hours a day with like what
Yeah.
a lunch break, right? You get a
Yeah. And
yeah.
then a lot of it goes into, routine. And I mean, I've been able to build up for a routine, and And so for me, it's not a big deal. And my kids at home, same thing. It's turned into such a routine to keep our masks on. And that's my goal with these students, is to, make it routine for them. So, um, you know, to so hopefully that, will become better and better as we continue to go, further into the school year. But yeah, you get used to it, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah, you get used to it. I mean, going, not to jump off the topic of COVID too much, but going in a year into this, I don't think anyone, I certainly didn't think we would be still into the far into this as we are. But as you and I can see and watch on the TV, there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely, absolutely. I never expected it to go this long either, but you know, it's like education, it's ever changing, and that's kind of what we've seen. And um, just like the autistic kids in virtual learning, it is so difficult, um, for them to do the virtual learning. So for these guys, it's much better for them to be in person. um they need hands on, they need manipulatives and things to touch, and those sensory issues, like we talked about, they need the pressure vests and things like that to get their sensory inputs out. And so all of that, those things matter, and that's why it's important we stay open for these kids and try and keep them safe.
Exactly, as much as you possibly can. Just like you said, they need the sensory, they need the man, man, manipulatives. If exactly you don't know, are they wearing the mask at home? It's like school life versus home life. It could be, I'm not saying that it is, could be a totally different world out there.
Absolutely.
Yes, so donate, donate, donate. That's why I'm bringing these people on to tell you their experiences with autism, what it's like on a daily basis. You heard from Pam directly what it's like. I mean, keeping everyone contained. And I was thinking too, Pam, I'll ask you this. Like I shouldn't say your population, but your classroom, they're used to getting out of the room and and I was thinking when you're talking about keeping things contained, I'm like, she must have a hard time keeping the kids in the room because you can't go out, you can't walk them. Because I remember, how long have you been at school now? For
For
4 years. So yeah, ever since I've been there, 4 years. You I've seen you out with the kids, and I'm just thinking like that has to be top list of hard things that are difficult.
Absolutely. I think that's the most challenging part about us being in person is, trying to, especially for my students that are used to that, because most of my students I had for 3 years. Um, and I'm such an active teacher where we go out and we do lots of different things. And so for us to be, stuck in our classroom, I really had to get creative this year. And I've spent a lot of money out of pocket on things, just trying to uh, think out of the box and give them different things. I actually just did a donors choose thing on Facebook because, oh my goodness, I was spending so much money, and I got a new bubble machine for in here, because I was going through bubbles like crazy. Because if it rains or if it's too cold, that one chance that we get to go outside, we're only allowed to walk around the building and then come right back in. So we are literally in our room for the entire day. And these kids, they get sick of it. And so we do like gross motor stations throughout the day. I do yoga with them. We do some mindfulness. I have all kinds of sensory stuff. And you really gotta think out of the box and be creative, and try and show them that it's not affecting you, and have fun with them. And that's been my number one thing this year, is just really having fun and letting the kids know that this is a safe place.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, that's great to hear it coming from people that are in the education system, because everyone's different. I've talked to many different people during these interviews for tonight, and I mean, people just it's autism is so wide. The variables are so wide. I talked to a teacher. He said, "Oh, the kid's like a normal kid doing math, doing English." I said, "Oh, wow, wow." So, as I said, for those of you watching this, autism is on many different levels. Pam's level is just one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like you said, like that's got to be hard too. But thank God the weather is finally getting nicer.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope it stays. As pretty as snow is, it can go goodbye till next year. I could I'll see it next January and be, it's time for some nice.
Yeah.
It's time for some nice weather.
Right. And we need to get outside, and that's what I stress to the parents, even at home, that are doing the virtual learning. Make sure you get outside today. The sun is shining, because these kids, same thing at home. Parents are nervous to send them to school because of, safety, health reasons. And then so that they're stuck at home too, just like we're kind of stuck in our classrooms. So, when they can, any nice day, I'm like, please get them outside, because they're literally bouncing off the walls on virtual learning as well. So whether you're home or in person, it's still, it still both has its challenges.
I know everyone's different. What what's your if I'm allowed, what's your ratio for do you have more in person versus virtual, or is it the opposite?
So I had 3 virtual, 2 in person, and I just got another in person right now. So I have 3 and 3 actually right now.
That's good. It evens it out.
Yes, it does. It's difficult to teach virtually while we're in person, because we're a full day, 5 days a week here at Special Services. So, it makes it, once again, those challenges that we have to overcome this year. And I do know I know a few parents have gotten in some home services and stuff. So that's finally starting to help. And, we're evolving. So like you said, I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and we just got to get through. But yeah, send in the money, help donate to autism.
Then you're hearing it from Pam, you'll hear it from me. Donate to the number at the bottom of the screen. Please donate, donate, donate. Faces need your money. Autism Speaks, they all need your money during this time. Donate, donate, donate. I can't stress it any more than that. Thank you, Pam. It was nice seeing you.
You too. Stay adorable like always, and definitely people listen to Jacob. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam.
Good luck.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And